Hi, my name is Hassan Wilson, and I teach Life Science 8 at Friends Seminary. The best way to contact me is via email, hwilson@friendsseminary.org. So in Life Science 8, we have three major units: genetics, DNA and biotechnology, and evolution. Life Science 8 happens to be the second half of a 2-year life science course. So in Life Science 7, they learn things like ecosystems and ecology, climate change, human body. And then we build on that knowledge in Life Science 8. I say required units because there are some topics that students get to decide. They get to decide what they want to learn about at two different opportunities in the course. Once in the fall and once in the spring. In the spring, they select what's called a major. The majors are advanced human body, advanced inheritance, and advanced evolution. The evolution and inheritance majors build on what they learned earlier in the course, while advanced human body major builds on what they learned in Life Science 7. So I do different things in my course, and I want to give you an explanation of the rationale behind those things before I get into the details of how I run the course. So my underlying assumptions are, for example, that you want your students to engage in critical thinking. There are times when a teacher needs to give direct instruction, explain a concept, demonstrate how to do something, give information or instructions. Some students instantly understand while others do not. Some students need to hear or see things multiple times or at a slower pace than others. Some students need more practice than others in order to gain a particular skill or understanding. Some students do not complete their homework because they are genuinely confused. Some students would benefit from the presence of the teacher during these times. And so if you agree with all those statements, then we have a consistent way of looking at learning. I explained the why, but how do I run my course? So first of all, this course is an asynchronous course, which means that students, for the most part, learn at their own pace. So if you were to go into my class at a given time, you will see some students working on a lab, some students taking notes from a video, some students meeting with me, some students doing practice problems. I do post a suggested timeline, a calendar for the course. And the reason I'm able to run the course in this way is because I'm rarely at the front of the room giving lectures. And instead, anything that I have to say to the entire group, I offload to videos. So I have a YouTube video account in which I post videos that explain concepts, as well as explaining how to do certain labs, as well as giving a heads up as to what the topic will entail. Now, for most of the content videos, there's also an iBook chapter that they can read instead. So they have some choice as how to get content. Now, because of this technique, I'm able to give individualized attention during the class. And there are also optional assignments. So there are students who may need more practice. Now, they all have to do part of the assignment, but then I'm flexible about how much of the assignment they do. My underlying assumption actually is that all students can learn. I make students redo and revise their work until it's satisfactory. Since I'm no longer lecturing at the front of the room and I'm helping students throughout the class period, I moved from what you call a sage on the stage to a guide on the side. I'm really trying to guide students to learning. And as I mentioned before, there are some times in the course in which they can choose what they want to learn about, what they're passionate about. So there's a minor and a fall in which students can pick between learning about cancer or learning about genetic modification or learning about cloning. Then in the spring, they have those majors in which, while they're working on their science night project, they are investigating either evolution, inheritance, or human body in great detail. And just like every course in the middle school or Friends Seminary, the course culminates with a science night project. And this year, the theme is DNA barcoding, which should be very exciting. So again, you can contact me via email, hwilson@friendsseminary.org, or you can take a look at some of the videos on Wilson's Biology Lab on YouTube. Thank you.